Hey YouTube, I am here in Black Hole Pool with an update to how to break. Um, since my last video last year, a few things have changed and I just wanted to make an update on this video. So we're in the practice room of Black Hole Pool and I've started the match and here's the table. Couple things to know, and that is when you turn your palm over, you'll see height, that's your player height as opposed to the table, and then your lay down height. So I am standing currently. So I need the table to be higher because lay down height brings me way down here. So in this case, if I had my stick out, I'd be laying down, and that's by using the left trigger on the left controller. So I'm pressing down the trigger to lay down. And then the right trigger locks the dot on the cue ball. And then you can draw your cue. And I feel like I'm shooting a gun because that cue stick was up by my shoulder. Okay. Let's re-rack that. Now, in order to change, now I'm going to just show you lay down height again. Table height's the same. It's a little lower now. So if I were to use lay down, I'm actually standing. I'm not bending down, although I could, just not using my stool that I use to adjust for table is way down here. So yeah, I can't really show you without pass through, and I'm not going to do pass through. But regardless, let's bring this table up. My idea is that I want the table to be right where my hand is because my hand is laying flat on my stool. So there's my hand. Should be right with the felt. Yeah. So I'm going to break again. Let's pick up the cue ball by pressing in the right grip and then releasing the right grip or pressing it again. Lets it go. Find my stool. Hopefully I don't back into anything. Now this time I do not want to use anything on my left controller. That left controller is just a free hand now, and it's all about the right hand. So I'm going to press the trigger to lock the cue ball spot, that dot that's on the cue ball. That's locked into place now. As you can see, the cue doesn't move when I move my left hand. If I were to let go of that trigger, I'm now moving the cue again. So find your spot. The smaller the dot, the closer your stick is to the cue ball. Let's give it a little bit of top. There we go. That's your break. And that's me standing in both instances. But if you're seated, again, you'll need to use your controls here to get the height that you want. That's orbit distance just refers to how you move around the table. I don't mess with orbit distance. You just regulate the height as to how you want to address the table, whether you want to do it freeform like I am now with a proxy, a stool as a proxy. Again, your bottom round button on your right controller is what controls what stick you have. I did get this stick here for the reviewer's cue, as I left a review on Oculus app. So as you cycle through using your right thumbstick, you can pick what cue you want to use. Just show you. Which one is it? You can only go one direction, so it's only pulling the cue stick towards you, pulling it down. It's not. Yeah, it's this one. It's got to be this one because. Oh yeah, I see the markings now on the end. It's just not as visible. There we go. Had to put one hand over the other in front of me there to get the rotation to see the dots. Anyway, that's that cue stick. But if you're wanting to shoot freeform, then you're not going to use your left trigger at all. And the stroke is the same as with the brake. Not a great shot. But that's how you do it. Another thing that's changed is that you can, from the rack, I should say, is that you can pretty much line up anywhere on the table. The reach stick is gone. I think it just wasn't popular enough, so they just removed it. There we go. So that's it. That's how to break. Masses and jumps and all that kind of stuff. Same thing. If you're going to use the lean down on the table method, then you use your left trigger. But if you try to use it while you're standing, it's going to throw you off, which you just saw. Whoop. That was too strong. Grip button, pick it up, then your fingers can be free flowing, and then just press the grip button again to put it down. There we go. Got the jump, but didn't make the shot. I was going for the ball that was in that corner down there. So I'm going to lean down here. I am using Pro controllers, so if you see my right hand back further than yours might be if you're not using Pro controllers, you're using the Ring Quest controllers. That could be why. I have... What a shame. But I can hold my hand back further with the Pro controllers and have a more natural feel for the table, as long as I have a room that's big enough to accommodate. Oh, I didn't lock. I actually have to... interesting. Yeah, I do need to raise my fingers up in order to get the proper line on the ball so I can hit it. It won't let you hit it through the rail, which is pretty nifty, actually, realism-wise. I keep losing my bar stool here. All right. Still don't have it. I'm just going to try to do it without it. Oh, I hit something in my environment. There we go. That's it. That's how to break, and that's how to use the stick. So it's your right controller is always going to control the movement of the stroke of your stick. The left is your left trigger is your lean down. Your left grip is your orbit around the table, and it's always going to face you to the cue ball. So if I were to move over here, I'm snapped back and I'm facing the cue ball. Over here, snapped back, so I'm facing the cue ball. That's how that works. So I hardly ever use the left grip button. Right grip button is the one that picks up the cue ball. Press it again, you drop it. Those are the basic ins and outs of the controls. To cycle through your cue sticks, to get out of your laser pointer, you're using the bottom button, it's A, on your right controller. That brings up a cue stick once you have a game started. There we go. So cue stick. And on your break, you're only going to have access to your break cues. That's automatically placed in your hands. I don't know what all new players have access to as far as the cues go. Okay. I haven't been in the ranked area. If you can still purchase cues with in-game currency, then that's what that would be. Okay. And then pulling down on your right thumbstick, not pushing, but just pulling towards you, rotating it down towards you, is how you're cycling through your cue sticks. And this is the house cue, and then the variation of colors of the break cue. And then once you break, let's go ahead and use the lean function. So I'm going to lean down, lock it with my right trigger. Okay, once you break, your cue stick is going to no longer have your break cue out. It's going to cycle through your play cues for regular play. And it doesn't matter if you're going to do a masse or a jump. They all function the same. So they can all do everything now, and have for some time since the merge, and from the rack to black hole pool. The look is different in black hole pool now than it was prior video. The room setup is no longer what you saw in my black hole pool videos. It's now the setup that was made for the rack. So it's now fully integrated. The rack is deprecated, and any videos that I have pertaining to how to create your own room or invite others, the method still applies. So let's head up here. There is a practice room and a private room as far as non-public rooms, and I am in the private room currently. There's the elevator. Might as well just go over everything. Going, void. Eventually, there we go. There used to be a mirror here. I don't know where the mirror went. I don't know if it's coming back or if it's gone forever. But here is the ranked arena, unranked arena, practice room, so you can play against the AI, and private room where you can invite your friends in, play against AI or practice. Let's take a look at this. Practice alone is something new. Okay, I've arrived, so I'm going to turn to the left. This is not a room that gave a room number, so I assume that you cannot invite a friend into this room, which is sad because it looks like a nice hangout spot. Your progress. Oh, this is new. Okay. You progress on the leaderboard by playing in ranked matches. And you have your YouTube player. There we go. Just get something going there. There you go. Play against AI or solo practice. So, heck, if you're not wanting to play against someone else, you could have a less cumbersome room and just do solo practice. There's drills. So you can practice your angles, 8-ball and 9-ball. And this is where you turn off your aiming assist. I believe it's on by default. I'm not sure. I would think that is off. Let's see. Now you notice it didn't put a break cue in my hand. So you can see if it's in the cycle. It's not. There's no break queue in this room. I imagine, unless did I see rings? Looking for the rings on the queue. No rings. That's the color. It might just be an oversight that there's no break queue here. But regardless, you can use the house stick. Your settings remain the same as far as what you set up. Your table height and everything, that all saved. That's particular to you, so even if you're playing to someone else, you have your own settings. Just hit something. I think I hit my shelves. Okay. Maybe I should always hit my shelves. Something went in. That's it. Kind of snazzy. Oh, look at here. Here's where the mirror went. Hi there. And your settings. Nice. To get rid of your cue stick, you press A again and it goes back to your laser pointer so that you can choose other things. Seriously? Is this... Put me back at the table. let me back at the foosball. I am surprised by this. Have we got a new feature here? Let me close that and see. All right. Not interactable. I don't know who you'd play with even if it was, because this is a room that's all by yourself, but maybe this will become something else come the future. It is a nice social area. Even if you couldn't invite your own friends in, maybe it'd be neat to have other NPCs in here, like Forever Games have NPCs that you can challenge. Yeah, it looks nice. I like it. So that's a surprise for me. It's been a while since I've been in here, so there we go. I still don't see... Oh, interesting. It's showing my YouTube player in the mirror. That's kind of cool too. I guess we could pop in real quick. I don't want to play the game, and I may not speak while I'm in there. Play unranked matches against other online players. Okay, so here's where betting is. You can have aim, assist on. Ranked arena, there's the entry fee per game, your ante. And you cannot have aim assist on in that. I would think that if you were going to be able to, if you had the opportunity to buy cues, I would think you'd be able to do it in this room, but perhaps it's only in the ranked area. I decided not to go in there. So, anyhow, that's that. There's the reviewer's queue. If you get the game, leave a review. It looks like it's still in progress. So there we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.